Hi everyone, it's Evelyn from Twin Flames 3344. I do have a read for you today. Thank you all for your likes, your subscribes, your shares, for your comments. I enjoy your comments so much. And I'm going to get right into this read. It is a read from our guidance. It's a general read as to what we need to do today to raise our vibration and bring us into harmonious permanent physical union. It is May 8th, 2019, and it's a beautiful day here. It's sunny. I was outside. Don't mind my appearance. I was doing a little cleaning around the house. The read was done at 10:04 today, so message received. Again, it's May 8th. 8 is the strength card, about inner and outer strength. It's also about staying at 0 point, very balanced, and manifesting your dreams. The day adds up to 25/7, which is the Knight of Wands. And in the numerology of the definition, 25 is that Y in the road. But in the Tarot, it's actually the Knight of Wands. So which way does he want to go passionately? So strength in manifesting where you want to go. So the major arcana for the read today were from the Sirian Starseed deck, the Star and the Shadow. And definitely, they were both like going away from the situation. The underlying energy was a lot of depression going on here, and the Devil was in the past position going away. But I really had to do with that being detoxing things like depression and these energies that have been kind of going back and forth more quickly than other times. You might get spontaneous feelings of all of a sudden feeling nervous and then letting it go. You know, it's just there's a lot of energies coming in, and I've been hearing. My clairaudience isn't as strong as my other abilities, but I've definitely been hearing more stuff going on. I swear I heard someone yell at me, but by the time I realized that I was hearing something, I had no idea what it was. And just I used to hear music in the laundry room all the time anyway, but I've been hearing that more just in general. Just things like that. Also like that feeling like when you're on the plane and your ears pop. I've gotten that several times as well. So just some of the new energies that have come in. So with the Star and the Shadow being the major arcana, and the card underneath the underlying energy was Solar Deity, which is the Sun. But they were both reversed yesterday, the Sun and the Moon, next to each other, and again they're reversed today. There were 4 swords, 3 cups, 1 wand, 1 pentacle. The court cards were the Page of Swords, Knight of Swords, and Page of Wands. The card after the read was the King of Pentacles, so he's also incorporated here, but it's a lot about kids right now, either kids reaching out, and actually my daughter did reach out to me, you know, just with some of that that energy, that lower energy today, just feeling struggling energy, you know. So you might be feeling that as well, but it's a lot about the inner child and the children coming to you or you going to them. Just a little love is all it takes. A little bit of light goes everywhere. The numbers and the message here were all about teaching and learning. The numbers were 4, 2, 9, and 15, the Devil, which was going away from the situation. It really has been coming up all week as far as detoxing, okay? 44, 43, 11, 24 of the Queen of Wands, 45 is the 5 of Cups, 57 of the 3 of Swords. So that's kind of all like karmic energies you want to transmute and master. And then we have 79, which is the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. The message here was a lot about transmuting, but relating again your body to us transmuting the energy. Your body does the same thing. That's what poop is, right? It's your liver and your kidney processing all the crap from your body and getting it out. So the liver definitely came up in today's message, and the kidneys came up yesterday or the day before. So again, it's all about transmutation. I was getting the soul coming up in the liver. Also food, fool, foe, and fooey also came up as far as seeing your keys to the information you seek. The information of the hermit, the wise one, the collective consciousness, and the teaching and learning from each other. Mastering the Queen of Wands, which was coming up as the Devil shadow energy. Mastering grief, broken hearts, and separations in order to reach your pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. That joy is your justice. All right, so do you want to be right or do you want to be happy? It's always about love versus fear, joy versus ego. Okay? Sun and soul, food or foe. Liver deals with the tough shit, be good to it. Let go of anger and alcohol. Excuses, phooey. Don't be a fool, reversed, which actually came up angelfish. Liver and kidneys are major transmuters. Alcohol may help the brain and heart relax. It may feel like love, but it's a temporary fix when what happens, when you get over it, you feel even worse, and it's killing your liver. So if you are attacking your liver, you're attacking yourself. It darkens its light to protect itself and separates itself from the rest of the body in order to protect the whole. So whenever someone's under attack, they go into shutdown mode and hide, right, to go into survival mode. But then it kills off that piece to protect the rest of the body. But you can't live without your liver, so be good to your liver. Drinker sacrificing self. So the wound is about drinker sacrificing self to save the whole, but you save the whole by loving yourself first. Go back to basics. You need your root systems to work well. Okay, and root's been coming up the past couple days. It's going back to the basics. Reach for the stars, connect for source light, energy. Recharge, reboot, rewind, reclimb the stairs. Talk or connect as the sun rises. Use the rising hours to study your synchronicities and things that radiate to you. Needing to know is the dark toying with your emotions. Separate the wheat from the chaff and be clear on your devotions. Your gold coin, your collective consciousness, higher self connection, guidance system, your GPS. What drives you? Weed out the rest. Weed your garden, as within and without. The Queen of Wands reversed is displaying low energy here in the underlying energies. Loss of hope, depression, especially at night, but feels better when the sun comes up. And children or students inspire you in the morning. Her higher vibrations are diminished by liver and anger issues. So people with anger issues or drinking issues are coming up here as they're using their higher vibration to constantly regulate the anger and drinking issues, so they can't show it out to the world. So they show their lower energies out to the world because they use up all their high vibrations to deal with those issues. Okay, just like energy, you're using your energy for the negative things and not the positive things. So we turn the page. It's 1036. 36 is the 10 of Wands. It's about dropping it, all your burdens, confessions. She is being a nervy vampire, an energy vampire, taking her anger out on children or students, or using them for attention instead of giving attention to self. So this Queen of Wands can be an aspect of anyone's personality, because it has to do with being exhausted or angry or just complaining about being tired all the time, right? Which we all have done at some time or another. Children inspire with dreams, opportunities, heaven in their eyes, their whole life before them. Could be specifically an Aquarian Leo, or just a female who's angry a lot, or complains of fatigue from too much physical activity, running errands, taking care of kids. It could be just someone complaining. Egyptian timelines of slaves working in the hot sun to build enormous structures they will never see done in their lifetime. It's overwhelming. Okay, so think about that. All the slaves that had to build those things with no shade, no sunblock, and they're being forced to build these things, and they'll never see it because it'll take too long to build. What is the incentive to doing this work? The King of Cups out thinking of freeing himself to ride in passionately or move near a high priestess or a place that's more culturally diverse. And then ebony and ivory, salt and pepper came up, as well as olive oil, so different shades of skin as culturally diverse. And then olive head came up, which was really weird. So I looked up olive head online to see what would come up. The first one was a YouTube on black holes and the solar system documentary. So you might want to check that out. It was called Black Holes and the Solar System documentary. The next one that came up was myheritage.com, born 1880 in New York, to C.W. Head and Olive Welch. Passed away 1920 in North Carolina at age 39, which is the Knight of Cups. And 1920 is the Sun and the Judgment. okay? Which we need to turn the sun and the moon upright right now, and there's definitely a lot of judgment coming down. A lot of self-judgment as well. But the 39 is the Knight of Cups, and 39 comes up again here. So there's always a reason they come up. Mount Olive Center came up. There was an Olive Head. It's a center. It's a Head Start Center for 80 children. So 80, I think, came up again as well. It's for the children and the parents, like in the rural areas, in a 4-classroom setting that had a 4-star rating. So we have 4, 4, and 80. Parents are recognized as child's first and best teacher and are encouraged to be active participants in education through volunteering at the center. And that's in Whiteville, Columbus County, North Carolina, if you're interested. Another heading came up was Olive Head in Devon, England. So, and in the English came up yesterday a lot as wounds to transmute. Born 6/11/1835 to August 19th, 1896. Olive married John Henning in Bowmanville, and she died in Bowmanville. Oh, that was her death date, the 8/19/1896. Bowmanville, Ontario, Canada. So she started out in England and ended up in Canada. They had 12 children. Another heading came up at baseball, Mount Olive, UMOTrojans.com. 2 current Major League Baseball players, 39 draft selectives, and 2 NCAA National Championship appearances. And then another one came up was WhatBird.com, the Japanese white eye, which is olive green, a small songbird, which is 1144, so justice and mastering. The small songbird, songbird might be coming up as well. Olive green head, neck, and back, and that's been an issue for us, right? There's a lot of stress coming up from the energies right now, head, neck, and back. Wings and upper tail feathers outlined in green. So you might want to send some healing energy too to the outline of your lungs, is what I'm getting here. White. They have a white belly and an eye ring. Black bill, legs, and feet. Also another heading came up was Olive Mafia and Viking axe, and the era of the Viking and how they used axes, because the farmers and the warriors didn't have the money for swords. They would use axes as their weapon of choice. Olive Lucy's in Morristown, New Jersey came up, an Italian restaurant. As well as the word olive head may be slang for the name Olivia, like somebody teased them with, or someone with an olive complexion. Vikings, Italians, and Chariots of Fire came up here again. And when I looked up Chariots of Fire, it came up as $5.5 million budget for the movie. So 55 here again. The release date was 4/9/82, which added up to 33 again, which was Edward's also life lesson number yesterday. And that's the Christ vibration, 33. So Chariots of Fire comes up here as the 1924 Olympics. That's what the movie was about. 2 men, one was a devout Scottish Christian who runs for the glory of God, and an English Jew who runs to overcome prejudice. And that was the Olympics in Paris. So there's definitely energies to transmute there. But also in Spirits Connecting with me, you see the difference here. One was running for the glory of God, and the other was running to prove people he was above what they thought he was. So you know that doesn't work when you run for your joy. So if you're running for the glory of God and that's your true joy, that works, but not in trying to prove something to others unless it's your true joy. But that was in Paris, so Paris came up. New Passionate Growth speaks to this as Cancer and Pisces seeking freedom of the heart. Should one study hard or be free and seek their passion? There's nothing to prove, and that was at 11/11. It's just you to be. Aries goes in head first, right? Because Aries starts out the zodiac. They just jump in head first. They always describe Aries as the soldiers on the front line, so they get killed first. The Scorpios are in the back telling them to go in. Aries head first must also incorporate wisdom, not just bravery and your spirit. Preaching to the choir, if not ready to hear it, there's no point in pushing your agenda. Knight of Cups reversed, or jealousy, insincerity, or just not offering love. The divine masculine lover, defenseless to energies coming in, financially drained, or no longer wants to be single, or feel overwhelmed, purging, crying, or dumped by a new passion, creative project or frustrations, or overwhelmed by the energies that he pushed his true love away, hurt her and caused finances to drain, or no love loss in a breakup situation where partner or child was draining all his money, or just the divine masculine wanting affection but not offering love, feminine not in power and purging, and defenseless to the energies as well. Healing family issues came up for the this is not the masculines, but this is a general read, so it's for everyone watching. Healing your family issues, and beneath that was trust. So having faith came up, and then have faith in healing your family issues. That the King of Cups is out, contemplating going for it. After grieving flame, or could be fame as well, or thinking of passing on the baton, but having a hard time letting go due to children or dreams he once had. But now freeing himself to take a leap of faith of a new dream to end pain and betrayal, or just end a painful situation with possibly an Aquarius reversed or Aries upright, or a combination of those, walking a fine line with a snake about to trip him up, and the fall is very far down, so he doesn't want to trip up. Stars are out along with the Ankh. Beans are spilled, opening a can of worms, or a can of nuts, and cashews, and chalices. Smoke and mirrors, flames gone out, energy harvesting, third-party situations, cutting cords, and Excalibur, the truth set in stone. And that was at 11:32, which is that Six of Wands energy of the journeyman, as a small truck raced north very fast, so going in the right direction. Hot wax on chest, scars, or someone insisting you are hairless as a masculine, wanting freedom from pain of everyone with lovers now but you. So people noticing in the spring everyone out and about with their lovers and feeling very alone because of that. Aries upright, Aquarius reversed, and King of Cups here again, all twice already. So in the underlying energy, those energies were coming up multiple times in different areas and piles. Communications came up as the underlying energy from the numerology deck, which is number 33 again, the Christ vibration, and the Seven of Wands, standing up for yourself without being defensive. And then domestic harmony was beneath that with the 46 of the children in the garden, so dealing with family issues and kids. In lover situations, the divine masculine, or really any masculines or feminines, the masculine lovers were coming up upright. The feminine energy as lovers were coming up reversed. Could also have to do with Geminis. So the feminine Geminis reversed, masculine Geminis were upright. He was getting affection in the past, and she was not. Holding back her tongue, harsh words or announcements, deception and loss of hope, depression of Cancer, Gemini, Aquarius, as someone goes down, or a masculine found in the grass or out near the mountains on his last breath, by Bambi to the rescue, to revive him or her, children to the rescue, to raise your spirits. So I turn the page, it's 11:41. 41 is the Ace of Cups, along with Justice, new love and self-love, spiritual love. There could have been a nasty lover's fight, verbally nasty, of darkness growing like grass or weeds and closing in slow motion, like statues or vases with water flowing the wrong way, as you wake up from a nightmare, or all of a sudden it starts raining or flooding with emotion, or a leak in the ceiling with mold or growth issues, magnetizing moisture from somewhere no matter what you do, because it's bringing out the emotions. Someone casting dark spells at night to hurt someone or to take them down. But like Dorothy, when you awake, you may have fallen asleep in the yard and your child has come to wake you and bring you back to this reality. Inner workings of time and the wicked witch looking in her crystal ball, howling black dogs like the monkey scene when they're all drugged in the poppy fields. Lobster hung from the ceiling like the scarecrow without his straw. Waking from slumbers, nightmares came up to clear and come back to 0 point again. Love, not fear. Today, not tomorrow. Stay present, bobblehead. Today is the gift. Darkness falls. Time to cry, Spirit's connecting. Time to cry and release yourself from the dream. The inner workings of the mind and others' harsh words that pull you away from love, from your connection with your higher self. And it was just 2014. And that's judgment of the angels, of judging yourself. So as soon as you notice yourself going those ways, just pull yourself back to 0 point and get present again. Center yourself. Allow the shadows to all be exposed. Clean out your closets. Sweep, vacuum, and feel better about it. Just do something physical to get you out of those places. Recently, the shadow of deep depression was brought up to light. Unhappy family of the King of Swords reversed ends or experience a death or a deep transformation. The sun and the moon are both reversed again, and it makes you feel abandonment issues, abandonment wounds, having felt left alone, insecure, vulnerable to attack, and being attacked. So when these insecurities come up, it's because you're vulnerable. You feel vulnerable to attack and being attacked, raped, killed in the past, lives, and in this one. So all of those wounds come up. So the reason a lot of masculines act a certain way, it's because it was their job to protect the vulnerable. So that's what vulnerable means to a man. Unable to even trust their own unhappy family. Manipulators, partners, and gossips. Judgmental and or arrogant know-it-alls. Gemini came up as up and down, Aquarius reversed, Cancer reversed, Scorpio upright, Capricorn up and down, Leo reversed. All having to do with this specific situation. Okay? So it's all about trust and vulnerability. So if you don't trust, you're going to pull in those who are not trustworthy. And so for the masculine, who has always been taught to be the defender of the family, he's automatically in mistrust. So he's going to draw that in. Okay? Because it's when you become vulnerable and open your heart and allow and trust, that's when you bring in exactly those energies. So the foundation here is rest, prayer, thought, meditation, even going to the beach, came up on several cards. Pay debts or clean house. Just get balanced and move on at 1237, which is the King of Cups, unconditional love. Allow for inspiration to come. Allow. Don't force the situation. Sometimes it's just feeling an uncomfortable emotion because the energy's coming in, but you think it's you. It's just a matter of just talking to someone or talking to yourself and, giving yourself a little pep talk again, bringing yourself back to center. We turn the page, it's 1238. 12 is the hangman and wisdom, seeing new perspectives and coming up with new ideas, and 38 is the Queen of Cups. So now we have the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups, page to page. Centrally, news, messages, call from a child, a little light required, that's all. Third party, through work or practical situations needing to be sorted out, not getting along, or happy with work, or leaving work due to no attention or success there. Not expressing feelings or delays may come up, and going back and forth, maybe working out deals, and then you have to wait for the other end to figure things out before you get a response. So it kind of puts you on hold, waiting for others' decisions instead of deciding based on what you want. Challenged by a need to know of more information in order to play ball. That could be figuratively or literally. Getting going on a new project, a new job, or a new life. Destiny of the 5D, messenger of truth, is not always easy to receive harsh words and triggers, but it's all okay. Offer a little bit of love, that's all they need to know. That you and they are loved and loved. And grounding and integrating how to move forward or offer help to another who's struggling. A friend may come by with an offer of help or to give you something healthy. Soulmate connection. Knight of Cups may bring a little love from or to a King of Swords and his third party. 5D heart world confession. Now the Knight of Cups though could be reversed. It could be jealous or someone who's insincere and coming forward. It's just 2442, which is the Queen of Wands and the Two of Cups. All right, so that could be a little iffy because she's reversed in the read. If the Queen of Wands comes forward, and wanting to be in that soulmate relationship, she's not trustworthy at this moment. So it's not to come from a place of fear, but just to know what your body's feeling at the moment when people come in. Stay present. The bull knows he's stubborn, but trying on his left feminine for size, to exit left and drop his burdens for a change. Away from false reader or dark psychic Queen of Wands, or no longer wants to be seen as the devil himself between the High Priestess and the Queen of Wands, knowing his flame will always stand between them. And Pisces, Cancer, and Capricorn came up there. Now is the Knight of Swords, which was upright, sending the 5D messages of healing and forgiving. God, a religion, or a Taurus, or a marriage, or a divine marriage he paid no attention to, with a lot of pain, betrayal, deep depression involved, with all involved there. Guided messages and intuition now in the crowning position help you to heal, coming together with friends or kids or church to connect with God again, and joy. Injustice of the Empress, who is definitely coming up reversed in this read, in a divorce or refusal to divorce. Empress Taurus or Libra reversed could be harsh, verbally abusive in a marriage, or someone's mother or boss. Wants to control the Knight of Pentacles and Knight of Cups, who could be kids of the King of Swords, wounded warriors, both, attached to home, marriage, or third-party harsh truth seen by kids now about 5D sexual connection, burdens, confession. Queen of Cups could be Taurus and or Cancer or Pisces, showing her strength, but she was coming up reversed. But she may be trying to look like she's the good one, or just could be a kid who's struggling. But it's Queen of Cups, who is usually a very loving, comforting person, but she may be over emotional now or manipulative, and you have to decide which one you're dealing with. And they could just be children who are older children. But she could be showing her muscles now, especially young adults. And when the page turned, it was 12:58. 58 is the Four of Swords, of rest, relaxation, time to step back and think, or just meditate. Okay. Soon, taking steps of love, offering and grounding and integrating others' offers of love, commitments, marriages, contracts, traditions, establishments. Are you settling for a connection that doesn't serve you? Feeling rejected, or dealing with spoiled people, or emotionally immature people? Are you dealing with a work-love angelic connection of King of Wands, who's destined to offer love? Sagittarius reversed, Libra reversed, and Taurus upright came up here. You are looking to the stars for help. King of Pentacles was reversed, along with the Ten of Pentacles reversed, as how you're seeing yourselves. So this is coming up as the masculine energy with their family reversed. It could represent a feminine in her mastery of her manifestation skills. However, reversed, either a very greedy person and family, or a King of Pentacles reversed, who may have lost money and status along with their family, or closing a family business that's not thriving, recovering in a more simple way, a more practical way, finding peace in illness or just exhaustion, feeling drained by others, or draining kids around that there's not much you can do about, or Leo or ego draining everyone and everything around them, or you, and you keep drawing back, they keep drawing everyone else right back to them for more, right? So it's one person who's either the person who's angry all the time, or just complaining or tired all the time, right? So they will be draining everyone around them. And then as soon as everyone around them gets over that, they suck them right back in for more, and you guys go for it. So that's the energy coming up there. Getting you to find peace and giving your all to them. So this person who's draining you manipulates you into finding peace in their lack. And that's how they drain you. Like misery loves company. No one is winning here. Love self first. Honeymoon comes up. Let your friends help. And unrequited love. So whatever situations you need to let go of, now is the time to let go of that which no longer serves. Around you, or how you are seen, is that masked boy with a burning desire, free to leap with their heart wide open to reap rewards, knowing you are enough just as you are, that the worst is over and ending pain, a death, or ending a situation with sorrow. Clear blocks about getting your wish, 6 rays of sunshine, a sham fight for hermit to come out, or over-isolating in a split, which that can be Virgo energy as well. There may be a split, lie, or duplicitousness, a divide, or fighting mental disease or issues with anxiety and or stress, feeling others out, feeling like others are out to get you, so some may be a little paranoid, and not satisfied, or not being able to find your satisfaction, knowing you won't find true happiness as long as you continue living a lie. And their phone's ringing. Teaching and learning came up, but even more so for you guys is synchronicities, paying attention to your guidance, and karmic completion. Allow it to be final and cut it off. Tossing someone out, or vice versa, to get a new life, with or without the Queen of Wands. Queen of Pentacles is good, she's upright, but it's been purging a lot, recovering from abandonment, showing her power over dark energies around her. Cancer, Pisces, Capricorn came up here, as well as a nurturing Queen of Cups, but who can be reversed, so she can be over emotional, and a devilish Queen of Wands, who is definitely reversed. Could be both friends of yours helping you to move on, or vice versa. King of Pentacles recovering too, as the King of Wands, his passionate side noticing her muscles. So looking back at freeing self from an Emperor and an Empress, both reversed here at 120, which is, they could be very judgmental, now that the King of Cups is on top, which could just represent unconditional love, is back in charge. It was 3144 just now. 31 is that 5 of Wands, expanding, change, conflict, fighting, all that kind of stuff coming up to clear, with the 44 of mastering those energies. So before I finish up the last part of the read, I want to tell you all the different energies that were coming up. As far as the signs, Leo was reversed, Virgo reversed, Aries both upright and reversed, Taurus upright and reversed, Libra upright and reversed, Aquarius reversed, Scorpio upright, Gemini upright and reversed, Pisces upright and reversed. There's a lot of back and forth energy here. Cancer reversed, Capricorn reversed and upright a little bit, Sagittarius reversed. Alright, so a lot of reversed energy here. Is there anyone? The only ones that were upright without reversal was Scorpio. That's it. So Scorpio's in the clear today. But there wasn't a lot of Scorpio in the body of the read, it was more in the beginning of the read. And there wasn't heavy energy of Capricorn Sagittarius either, but they were both coming up more reversed than not. But they could be upright too. Just the Capricorn Sagittarius was just coming up reversed. So of the court cards, the Emperor and the Empress were both reversed. So dealing with Emperor and Empress, not a good day to deal with them. It could be somebody's parents, because the King of Pentacles came out as the card after the end of the read. It was the 5 of Pentacles, so in recovery, with the King of Pentacles above, because the King of Pentacles came up reversed with the whole family. So he's in recovery mode, but he's coming up as clarified with the King of Wands upright. So his man of passion part was good, but the finance or the business end may have been going through some struggles. But right above that, in clarifying and ending the read, came the King of Cups above the Emperor and Empress together in reversed. So it's either someone's parents, where there could be 2 brothers involved, or even 3 brothers involved, where Divine Masculine could be stepping down and allowing another brother to take over, but the parents aren't happy about it. Or it could be a boss's situation, but they're definitely the Emperor and Empress, which definitely seems like a couple. So it could be a couple who are in business, who are very unhappy. If it's not your parents, and it's you or a masculine and their partner, or you and your partner, they're both coming up reversed, because King of Cups has to rise up to the top as in charge. Okay, so they're obviously not in their power and not being in their unconditional love of others or of themselves. So it can be anyone's parents or bosses, but it's definitely a couple. The King of Wands, the King of Wands was upright, Queen of Wands reversed, but the King of Wands clarified the King of Pentacles reversed, so it's the same person, but the King of Pentacles was reversed. So it's funny, because the King and Queen of Pentacles are like the King and Queen of Wands, but they're both each upright and reversed in opposite sense. So the Queen of Wands is reversed, King of Wands is upright, Queen of Pentacles upright, King of Pentacles reversed. Okay? They could be the same person, or they could be separate people. There could be multiple Queen of Wands, or Queen of Pentacles rather. But they weren't coming up together. So if they are married or were married, they're not together. It's like they were in separation, whether they're Wands or Pentacles. But also the King of Cups was upright, Queen of Cups came up reversed. The King of Swords was reversed in the underlying energy. He didn't really show up later in the read much. Well, he did come up there, but he was reversed. The Queen of Wands was not in the read, which is a good thing, because that's about you and mourning. It's kind of letting go of the past there with the detoxing and the shadow work. The Knight of Swords was upright, Knight of Cups reversed, Knight of Wands reversed, and Knight of Pentacles upright. So just as far as those energies. So dreams and healing in quiet time, grounding, integrating, possibly at the beach, Page of Wands with a burning desire and their shadow side, with the Page of Swords and a need to know. So the Page of Swords is a talker, so they may just constantly be questioning everything, so they may be getting on their parents' nerves. And then the Page of Swords, or the Page of Wands, is keeping secrets. So they have a mask on and a burning desire, maybe dealing with their shadow side. So these could be kids or your inner children, or taking steps to realize their dreams of happiness and 5D messages, while the King of Pentacles recovers from or with family, maybe two brothers dealing with parents reversed, or a Divine Masculine steps down for another brother to take over, but parents not happy about it, or both parents with old age issues, which can be both mental and or physical. Exposing dreams and passions and detoxing dark sides of pain and suffering, resting at the beach with messages and or kids who need to know everything. They seem to be very nosy here. Grounding and integrating synchronicities and steps to take with Page of Wands inner child, or child with issues, to satisfy self and recover with the King of Pentacles in a practical way. Master manifestation of dreams and unconditional love, even of nasty bosses or parents, but cutting cords lovingly as needed. Perhaps another needs to be in that position of the Savior this time in order to help them rise to the occasion. So maybe people who have dealt with issues in the past are now rising to the occasion to take over the Divine Masculine's position or the Divine Feminine's position. But even though that's no longer suiting your needs as a Divine Masculine or Feminine, maybe that's just the trick that other person needs to become their higher self. So it serves everybody at the same time, even though the parents aren't happy or they're just dealing with old age issues. Okay? So that is the read. I'm going to show you the pics, and then I'm going to go do an oracle read for you today. I didn't do one for you yesterday. Okay? So you see the energies, they look kind of on the darker side, but it really wasn't a negative read. It's just we were dealing with a lot of energies coming up. And like I said, my daughter had called this morning. She had had some bad dreams and that kind of stuff. So, you know, if you have bad dreams, it can take you into a negative place. So it's just, sometimes you just need a little positive feedback from somebody else to bring you right back and get you centered again and know what's important. That you're okay. Today, you're good. Everything you got, you have everything you need. So know that. Okay? Drink your water. Don't forget, it's so important every day. It's your conductor, especially in these energies. Get your rest. Get some sunshine. Go out for a walk or exercise. And just enjoy yourself. Rise and be loved and enjoy the sunshine. Bye, guys.